it's quite tricky, quite skill-based to kind of guess that one. Then you've got the Tiny as well, which is also a very weird one to set up for the arrow. Sanking's a little bit better, but yeah, it is going to be the Disruptor, unsurprisingly.
All Silent has to do is arrow where they were 4 seconds ago.
Yeah, it's...
How hard can it be?
Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Alrighty then, well, let's get into this matchup as we come in to game number 2. Let's see what Team Empire Hope can pull out here. Kodos in the mid lane, fighting up versus a TA with Dream up at the top, playing the Naga Siren, and down at bottom, we've got MYS Moon, Sayu, and Black Archangel so far coming in just to secure this rune.
Where is the Dire Ward? One on the rune. One.
Oh, hiding in the tree. Silent might walk into something here. It's a bit of a trap, but he sees them. He starts to move away, not leveling up anything just yet. Not starting with Leap, which would be pretty bad, and can actually make it to the trees. So a little bit slow there from Empire to react to that one, and that does result in Silent getting away, because if they get that Nightmare off, then I think he's pretty much dead, because they've got the Burrow Strike, they've got the Lift. You know, it's not a problem to take down that Mirana.
Are they going to be Mirana in the bottom?
Looks that way. Does it surprise you?
I guess if they want to put more pressure onto the Naga, the Sanking Tiny's probably better top. They're thinking less about the Mirana and more about thinking pressuring the enemy's carry instead. Talks about how this Naga's the big one.
The battle begins.
Meanwhile, Nongrada and Dream fighting for the rune. Dream actually gets it. No Burrow Strike coming out from Sanking, and the tip comes out as well. Ooh, getting spicy already.
Yeah, Nongrata even tried to body block up the Naga there at the end. I'm so used to the hack playing this Naga, by the way.
Yeah, it feels...
When someone plays Naga now, all I think about is the hack in my head.
Yeah.
I have to say completely different names.
An Iceberg blocks under tower. What does this do if you block under tower?
It just means the lane's going to keep pushing in towards the Kunkka. So the good thing about this for the Kunkka is that normally in like a raw 1v1 mid matchup, yeah, you should be really good at securing a lot of the CS. Now it kind of messes with the equilibrium a little bit. Try and last
Courier.
Tower.
Side blades. The Iceberg, he wants it. No, doesn't quite go for that hit there. Would have been a long shot with level 1 side blades anyway. So off to a pretty good start for Kodos, getting a bunch of denies there with the Tidebringer, but of course it's always rough off the mark for TA until he gets his point in refraction. Then he can start to match up the Kunkka's damage a little bit better, but for now, it's not ideal.
When you get that, yeah, he's managed to get 4 denies under the tower there, which is pretty.
Yeah, that's pretty. I mean, Kodos did the same thing to TA, and now Iceberg does the same thing right back. That's a boxer inside him, you know, a bit of a parry, if you like, in the creeps. Meanwhile, up at top, always want to fly, taking a bit of damage. The Burrow Strike comes out onto Dream.
Yeah, the Disruptor did go up and lane with the tank. That makes more sense. With the Mirana in the bottom. You want to have some kind of like setup.
Still yet to see a huge, you know, toss into arrow combo where you like toss to a creep and the arrow Mirana arrows the creep. That's a Dream right there.
Iceberg got pretty low in the mid lane there. Dialed up.
Meanwhile, down at bottom of the lane, we haven't really paid that much attention to it in the lane. We were just talking about Yanich and Silent playing up versus MYS Moon and Sayu as MYS Moon runs forwards on this brew. Not scared, using the Drunken Brawler, actually getting a ton of damage. Another lift out onto Yamich. The Tiny could be in trouble. He's trying to get under tower. The armor helping out, and there's no more crits available from MYS Moon, so Yamich will salve himself up to safety, but still taking some serious damage here in this bottom lane, absorbing a lot of beating from Empire.
In top lanes, I always want to fight, try to get the last hit of the low ground onto the neutral creep. Just as he was about to, every single time, Naga got a rip side. It was amazing. Great RNG.
Damn. Shame we missed that RNG. Look at the action down at bottom. Meanwhile, Kunkka falling kind of low in the mid lane, but just turns around with the Torrent and the Tidebringer, waiting for that courier to come in. And could be in trouble. Side blades. Iceberg, he's actually just going for it on foot right now. Can he chase him through the trees? So Kodos playing through the woods. Iceberg chasing hard for this one. He's now out of refraction charges. One more right click. No, he doesn't have enough damage to finish off Kodos, and now he gets that salve coming in to make think about the turnaround here onto Iceberg. But no, it doesn't happen. Meanwhile, it's Nongrada going down. Always want to fly and drop at the top as well as Nongrada comes in. Sorry, it was Black Archangel is one who went down. Yeah, salve from Disruptor is going to save him.
Yeah, we're seeing more and more Sanctions move away from the standstill build. Going more in towards the Burrow Strike for that build potential. It's interesting. It's still like a 1-3-1. Pressure the Naga harder with the Burrow Strike.
Yeah, that is the key to winning this game as well, is to pressure this Naga, because we've all seen how much Naga can do once you get a little bit of space. And if you haven't, then, well, strap yourselves in, because, yeah, Naga is definitely one of the stronger heroes of this patch, I would say.
Sideways, mate. Not having fun.
No, this is the melee versus TA curse. I mean, we see it a lot, but yeah, Kunkka. You kind of expect him to do a little bit better than most just because he's got this Tidebringer, but yeah, it's feeling pretty rough for him so far.
That's how he said the career out of this, back to base. He was like, "Fuck, we need to career."
No couriers for you. Meanwhile, up at top, it looks like Black Archangel wants to come in. He's just throwing in some harass. Not really going for anything here with the Naga. I mean,
Passive laning stage. Go out a little bit.
yeah, I feel like there's no real kill potential between the Bane and the Naga. They're just kind of going to be defensive as hell with these nightmares and with the nets, etc. Like, they might.
It's so difficult to put Morale in the bot. You have a lick and back. You can always just do it away if you need.
It's almost baiting MYS Moon in here a little bit with the by not looping away. And now in comes Yamich as well. Arrow does connect, and this could be a lot of trouble for the Brew. The toss is out, and he is dead. Empire lose one in the bottom lane as some nice baits from Silent coming out, holding on to that leap, and it does earn him a kill in the end. Really nice.
You've got to respect that timing when you're playing the Avalanche toss combo. You get 1 point in each. The arrow coming in top.
I always want to fly. Oh, denying himself to Ancients. I seriously thought for my stupid brain, oh, Conquer and... yeah, just deeping out. My stupid brain was like, is this guy going to try and take Ancients with Thunderstrike? Is this some, like the drow we saw in the OG game?
There's something I'm missing.
Thunderstrike insta-kills creeps?
Trying to use an arrow on the camp to try and farm it.
And MYS Moon pulled the creeps away.
Yeah.
Yikes. Yeah. Not sure it was deliberate, but we'll call it that way. It's more exciting if we pretend it is.
This laning stage is going pretty well for Winstrike again, though.
Sayu going for the snipes. Doesn't quite work out in the end. Silent will escape. Meanwhile, at mid, Kodos, I mean, the last hits aren't looking great, and then add to the fact that he's been spamming out these salves as well. It's just not looking good for Kodos in the middle lane. Iceberg really dominating the Kunkka hard.
They really need a sentry hero as well now, because it's going to be impossible to lane here when he needs a sentry board, otherwise he's pure food.
Yeah, that's, you don't want to be giving Iceberg farm, or maybe you do. The Iceberg curse and everything.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Always nice.
Bane smoke.
Oh, Tiny though taking a lot of damage down at bottom as MYS Moon and Sayu with double damage going on to him. The toss away though, throwing him into the Mirana as well. The arrow does connect, but Yamich is dead. It was a cute play, but it doesn't pay off as they will find the kill onto the Tiny. They do drop the Brew plenty low, but there's no follow-up damage at all.
I like this play by Bane. He smokes up in his top lane, ward on the Radiant Bounty Ring. Maybe get there as well.
Yeah, maybe going on to Iceberg here though. Missed timing on the torrent, that is really crucial, and that does mean that Iceberg is absolutely fine. In fact, can just run up the high ground and chase down Archangel here. Nightmare me, please.
There's that sentry wall. Well. Only does he get the 2 ups up, runs mid, puts the
Yeah, that was the real intention of this rotation. Wasn't actually looking for a kill, but still. I mean, you can't really be... I don't know, it's... Yeah, there's the level 1 X marks doesn't change the duration of the X marks anymore, so that was a long change actually. That change was a long time ago, so pretty bad to be messing up that torrent combo, I'd say.
Targus had a really good start for the lane though, but she has 4 Wraith Bands already, so she's farming up this jungle at the same time as the lane.
Give me more Wraith Bands. Black Archangel could be in trouble though, if Nograda chasing him down. Yeah, of course, will probably finish him off, although he does get the life sap off, but one more strike comes in from Always Want to Fly and they get that kill. Dream though, looking for the return kill maybe. I mean, these guys do a lot of damage, her and her illusions, but look at Nograda, he's barely surviving. Now that the illusions are dead though, it's going to be much easier for them to live through this, and the Conquer actually does not connect with the torrent. The X though, on to Always Want to Fly. This will be a kill for him at least, so rotation from Kodos is successful after all. And now will TP himself back to this middle lane and continue fighting out versus Iceberg.
So, medium cap stats again, well ready for him. So, good rotation there, guys. I like that a lot. TP's back to mid as well.
Radiant are scanning.
Not on much farm for it.
Meanwhile, Moon, is he going to go for the solo shrine? He is. Not a team player, this guy. Not a team player. Very greedy.
That's fine, though. We get back to lane. I mean, you saw how much of an effect Mirana leaving her to walk all the way back to base did to her. He really started to miss out on this farm and has fallen behind a little bit. Yamich is the line behind here onto the Rubik. It's the avalanche pass. The arrow.
Yeah, down he goes. That is a dead Sayu, and Winstrike find another kill down here in the bottom lane, which does drag the gold advantage into their favor, but this Naga Siren is a looming threat, sitting currently with 58 CS and 4 Wraith Bands.
Okay, anybody who's played this Naga Siren in the new patch will understand just how farm she fast.
Is how farm she fast? Excuse me? There's a little bit. But, you know, the illusion's going to do their work. And this is something I've been looking at a lot recently, actually, is how to use these illusions best. And from my research, very, very in-depth stuff, is you want to have 2 illusions and yourself and 1 illusion. And that's how you should split it, because the Riptides then, they got the best chances of nuking down creep waves nice and quickly.
I mean, again, it gets to the point though where you get to like level 3 or mirror images where one image can basically solo a camp.
Yeah, yeah, of course, it changes throughout the game. But if you're a simpleton like me, you just do 2 and 2 and then AFK.
Hard research.
Oh, yeah.
Their search is in Spain at the moment though, in the top lane. You see Yamcha.
Ooh, eating trees. Oh god. Hide.
Where's he gone? Curry was here a second.
Sick Jukes.
So much at tower.
He is actually, isn't he? He's having a great time. Nearly gonna hit probably gonna hit level 5 from this, to be honest.
Want to get
Easy.
towards that level 6?
Yeah,
That's a
one more.
fairly long all this FP. Just think, yeah, this tower goes down.
He might actually get 6 from this. He's just sitting in the tree. Yeah, I don't care, tower. Giving them sweet creeps.
I feel like I've seen so many people do this as well. Like, surely they've worked this out already. Teams know that this is like the spot where people fight.
The massive sieging power of always want to fly, and now they come out with the sleep as well as a TP coming in from the Conquer, and they're just going to throw down the boat immediately. Always want to fly. Probably going to die from this. Down he goes. Bane, his patience pays off. Huge dividends here in the top lane. Meanwhile, MIS Moon taking a bit of damage just from creeps here. Oh, Rubik could be in trouble again. It's really be quite that way faster than they just run him down. Chased through the middle lane, and Sayo is put down.
Iceberg, where are your styles? You've got a side blade for that. You don't need to trust yourself.
Yep. I'm never going to reach the front page of Reddit like this, Iceberg. Step it up, dude.
That's what every Dota player does, don't they?
Oh, it's...
Not making sure I get to the front page of Reddit.
Yeah, first place for us. Oh, they just dropped the ultimate from Always Want to Fly, and they blow him up so quickly. MIS Moon has no chance to react to that one. And down he goes. And a quick tip from Yamich as well. I love the friendly tips. It feels so wholesome.
I mean, Sed was doing an interview before, like around the time of TI. Do you remember? And he was saying that they're actually a big mental warfare kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
Where you can get in people's heads. You know, you can support your allies as well. It's like giving them a pat on the back after they get a kill.
Yeah.
It gives them confidence.
Oh, it's a lovely warm feeling in the bottom of your tummy whenever you get tipped by a teammate. I don't experience it very often though.
I won't say it.
Radiant Sniper is a thing. Oh, Kodos now with the triple braces, feeling pretty tanky. Yeah, I mentioned 0 braces, so definitely not the biggest man in this lane.
Just to put into perspective how well Iceberg was doing last game, by the way, in 4 minutes' time he had a Shadow Blade and a BKB.
Yeah, quite the difference now from this game, but still.
It must be difficult for Kodos to follow that performance, to be honest.
He set himself a high bar by picking Conquer this game, but let's see if it pays off. They're coming in behind, Always Want to Fly. Yeah, I think this may be a case of Always Want to Die. Down he goes. Torrent does connect. Yeah, that joke hasn't been made 1,000 times. Back Archangel, gonna put Silent to sleep here. Where's the TPs? Where's the help though? Well, Sayu's coming in. This might be enough. There's the Fiend's Grip coming out. Fiend's Grip, and he's actually got the Starstorm as well, so that's more than enough damage. The boat comes down, celebratory boat. Yeah, they might get the +1 here as Tiny wanted to help, but may just be joining the feed train as well. Lifted, thrown back, Yamich. Out of options here, really. I mean, the Avalanche is doing quite a bit, but now they put him to sleep. Always Want to Fly coming in to help out. The ultimate Yamich might just survive this one, make his way through the tree line. They won't find him. Kodos, though, still giving chase here. He's going to use the Torrent. Yamich guesses correctly. It was a 50-50 and he gets it right, but now he finds the X marks. That is a dead Tiny, I'm afraid. Although, the toss away! Oh my god, Yamich still surviving. I forgot Toss was a spell apparently, and now they're going to glimpse Kodos back. Iceberg jumps on top of Black Archangel, and they pay heavily for trying to chase down this Tiny, and Yamich will survive, and now they're going for the epicenter. Kodos is going to get taken out as well. It's too much magic damage. He is bought. It doesn't matter how many braces you have. There's a Sand King epicentering on your face. You are dead.
What an absolute outplay by Yamich and Always Wanna Fly. That was crazy good. Always Wanna Fly comes in, it looks like he's going to die as well and be like another +1, like a save your buddy syndrome, but they make it work, and that toss, like you say, on the end at the Kunkka, really nice. Stylish play, and it was in return.
Yeah, fantastically done. And now Iceberg has his Desolator, gets pretty much 100% scarier now, and will work his way towards that blink very quickly indeed.
I am still worried for Winstrike though, because Naga is basically free farming. Keeping up with the farm of the TA. But you want this TA to be ahead by like a decent amount on the winning side in this pick.
Yep. 6,400 net worth compared to their TA's 6,500 net worth. Not much in it at all, to be honest, as the two race head-to-head for the top spot in net worth. And, well, you know, Dream, she's going to have this Manta style up soon, which is going to be even faster farming for her with those Riptide illusions. So, this is...
Has just the Destinate well, though. Yeah,
True.
Play.
Yeah, by might, you mean it's going to be fine? No, he's dead. Yamich will just chase him down as Always Wanna Fly quickly takes the... oh, makes it? No, okay. That was a very long right click. Yamich. Yeah, this looks like Non-Grata. Sand King out of life as Sai comes in with a Paybolt from the side. Kodos appears, but wasn't needed.
Yeah, Say has the Burrow Strikes as well, one of the best spells you can get on Moonlight.
Winstrike though, they've ulted up. Moonlight Shadow is down, and they are looking for Dream here, but Dream quick reactions. No, the glimpse is out. How did they even get sight there now? Dream running away though. They don't connect with the kinetic field, and even the tip as well. Dream just that's the second BM tip he's given this game.
Yeah, I mean, they got the glimpse vision just because it's daytime. It literally just turned nighttime after the glimpse, so very close. They end up walking away. Naga, very nice for her. Guess what she can do now?
The Dream. 4 Wraith Bands and a Yasha.
I mean,
This
she's
patch.
almost got the Manster. Basically has the gold now.
Yep. So damn quick.
He's almost got his shadow blade. He's kind of falling behind a little bit. But yeah, this Silent Mirana's the one that's really suffering at the moment, it feels like. When Silent gets the Maelstrom, he's going to be a completely... his farm speed will increase, but...
Yeah, it's all about the Maelstrom and that level 15 talent as well. If he makes his way over there, it shouldn't be too long. I mean, he's level 10, he's pretty underleveled as well. But yeah, once he gets that level 15 talent with the Maelstrom, you do become a solo killing machine. But I mean, my eyes on Iceberg for this Blink Dagger. Once they have this Blink, I feel like we're going to see a change of pace in this game. Winstrike are going to be going for the objectives, going for kills, and trying to turn someone around. But now there's an ultimate from Disruptor in the backlines here, and they hold still on Grata. Rubik tries to steal the static field, but doesn't quite pay off. And now they just jump all over MIS Moon, not letting him get that split off and bringing him down. Meanwhile, the boat comes in, but the song... okay, I mean...
Did they get out?
Yes, yeah. I mean, the only person who would have died there is Always Wanna Fly, to be fair. And they were completely outnumbered in that fight, and they'd already ditched their spells, so... I'm into it.
You don't have Song, and you don't have Boat.
Yeah.
And that Blink comes out on the TA. So they know. Because there's no spells, they just walk into the Roche bit. Their time on the radio. With that TA, taking Roche is just so easy with the Death on top.
Yeah, it's not lasting a very long time. The big scaly boy going to be dropping to Winstrike here and giving them his precious cargo of 1 Aegis of the Immortal. Iceberg. Gonna pick that buddy. There you go. He got there in the end.
They do have the split up now though on Moon again. Might look to try and fight around that if they can. The boat being up.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I don't think he had his split for the last engagement.
It was still on cooldown for about 30 seconds or so.
Right. Should have called me out. Don't worry. You know, I'm a humble dude. Oh, well, that's also true.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, it looked like he had split though. I understand why.
I mean, he jumped into the middle of the fight. You can't blame me for assuming the dude had split, but apparently he's just got no split, but big old balls.
Hard to do.
Yeah.
Rana almost had this Maelstrom now. Looks like...
Don't be so Wraith Band. What is wrong with you? Jesus, that's far too precious.
Dire's top tower
Non-Grata almost has the blink as well.
I mean, Silent does have to be careful here. If he gets X marks, he will be in trouble. He's waiting for this creep to die so that he can get the arrow off onto the Kunkka. The Sand King TPing in, but they do see it. Nongrada, not as sneaky as he would like. Oh, look at Kodos, though, using the Shadow Ambient. Now he gets the X marks off onto Nongrada. The ultimate is used, but they've got the dust. They come down and drop everything onto this Sand King, even dropping the Fiend's Grip as well. Down goes Nongrada, and the tower should go with it as Dream is here on the Naga Siren. But Winstrike, they've already taken the tower at top. They are way ahead of Empire. Oh, Sayu might be dropping here, that they don't jump in. Alright, Sayu gets to live for now. And unfortunately, despite this Naga and all her items, she's not going to push faster than a TA with Desolator. Although, oh no! Oh no, the TP's instantly coming in from Winstrike. Empire, though, they use the split immediately, trying to turn this one around and stop their Naga. She actually has a Naga out of the kinetic field. Doesn't quite work. Push the fleet now, uses the mirror image as well, but they've got the right one. And Dream is dead. Silent with the arrows. Yeah, I think he might just be joining the train on this one as he tries to run away. Yeah, stun is out. Turn around doesn't always want to fly here. One crit, it's not enough. It was cheeky. He went for it. Got to respect him for that, but it wasn't enough. And down goes MYS Moon and the Naga Siren as well. The big kill onto Dream, and that puts Iceberg more thoroughly ahead on the net worth. And now, Hope, Empire, they got a sweat.
What an arrow though from Silent to catch that Naga.
I know, right? That was insane.
Crazy.
I mean, it was coming through the trees. You can't really spot that, can you?
Yeah, I love that Naga tried to use the Mantis to try and get out of the static field, but unfortunately still ended up on the inside.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of those weird ones which kind of works sometimes. You know, it's a little bit easier to do if you're near some true. And so Iceberg though actually gets surrounded by 3 heroes here, but Nongrada to follow up with the epicenter as well. Kunka's the one falling low. The Nightmare going to save him for a bit of damage. They will take the Aegis off the TA. Now the X marks, or the boat comes in actually. And in comes Iceberg for round 2, immediately jumping onto MYS Moon here with the Avalanche as well, slowing him down. I thought Empire wanted to take this fight, but apparently not. Blinky and Burrowstrike holding this Brewmaster still, but he's so damn tanky, it takes him a very long time to bring him down, but they have got time as they zone out the rest of Empire just to focus down MYS Moon here, and he will take a fall. Meanwhile, Naga pushing up the top lane, pings out from Silent, saying, you know, let's deal with this guy, come on. He's just going to do his thing. He's actually going to go for both of these runes and should get each of them.
A very good call though, that as soon as this TA gets blinked.
Dire's middle
Sounds obvious, but sometimes I have seen TAs before, they just carry on farming a little bit. Eventually, you know, that hero does fall off, so you have to be very
Radiant's
careful.
top tower is under attack.
I was worried about Silent at the start of the game. He's actually come back into this game really well. Got that Maelstrom and another Mental Hammer on top.
Yep, and not long before the level 15, which, I mean, not many people talk about that much, but it is really important. The 80 leap attack speed just gives you ridiculous kill potential with the Maelstrom.
Yeah, you become a different hero altogether when you get attack speed leap and it comes up. It just increases your damage output massively.
Glad you agree with me on that. We agree on a lot of things, don't we?
Yeah.
Except Radiant Sniper. And Solar Crest Slark.
Solar Crest Drum Slark. That was the best.
One day.
Quick chat, can we rate that 1 out of 10, please? Drum Solar Crest on Slark.
Dude, it's sick. Don't even. Don't at me. Well, 14 kills inside of Winstrike, double of what Empire have as they're sitting on a measly 7, but that's not the aim of their draft. It is very much on Winstrike to be finding the pick off this game. And this Naga, she's only really died the once.
Don't be a super greedy bit traveler as well. They do have good catch to find her. You know, if they can get on top of her, they've got the static. Tiny BM now with his own thing.
Nongrada.
Either side, to be honest.
Yeah, it's very much one of these games which, despite being a 5k gold advantage and a load more kills for Winstrike, it's still feeling very even. Very even. Like, just the way the two teams and the compositions work. It's anybody's game right now. I think this next Roshan is going to be a big deciding factor. Coming up in 2 minutes 30, both teams trying to get as many items as they can ready for this big fight around the Roshan pit.
Well, I don't know, minimum respawn.
Dire's middle tower.
Well,
It could
yeah.
still be up to like 5 minutes.
But you need to be ready to fight in 2:30. You know, that's when you need to have your boxing gloves on.
Radiant are scanning. Dire's bottom tower
Don't
is
move
under
there before
attack.
me. He's so far up
Radiant's
next to me.
top tower is
Yeah,
under
it's had
attack.
2 pretty disappointing deaths in a row. It's thrown him really far behind on the net worth, so he's now just playing super cautiously. Meanwhile, up at top, his team are getting busy on this tier 1. And trading towers is very much in Empire's favor right now, I'd say. You know, Winstrike, they've got the TA, they've got the Blink Deso TA, so they're the ones who should have the momentum right now. And it feels like they do, but Empire are playing around them very well.
Dire's
Huge
bottom
difference from
tower
last game.
is under
Yeah,
attack.
the thing is, they don't take objectives.
Radiant's top tower
Last game.
is
You know,
under
they have this
attack.
lone druid with the desolator just chunking through them. But this time, if he has a desolator, it's nice, but not quite as good as the druid.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Iceberg was smacking people
Dire's
around
bottom
into the
tower
hit as
is
well.
under attack.
Yeah, absolutely. And look at Iceberg just jumping out onto this tower now. Sees the opening and just rips it
Dire's
apart.
bottom
To be
tower
fair,
has
it's
fallen.
probably just as quick as the druid, so ignore everything I just
Yeah.
said.
But it wasn't just the Druid, it was the very farmed Conqueror as well. It was surprising pushing power coming out from him. Arrow! Ooh, Kodos.
Naga
Radiant's top tower
as well.
has fallen.
Trading.
Yep, yep. I mean, if you ignore the middle lane, they're equal on towers, but then you see that the tier 1's still up for the Radiant tier 1. And this could be dangerous. The glimpse. Who does it?
Oh no, they glimpsed back the Bane,
What?
and the split came out as well.
Oh no.
They really want more than just this destructive kill.
Well, they might just have to settle for this. I mean, the Brute is hunting. Always want to fly, obviously gets decimated there.
Shadows come out.
Um,
Has to be a little bit careful.
Brew?
It's not run out.
Brew? They're going to turn around onto it very quickly here. With the top, with the Meld Strike, it's just not doing enough though. MI Spoon going to survive. Meanwhile, the Epicenter comes out onto Sayu. They take down the Rubik very quickly there on the backline. But Empire looking to commit to this one. MI Spoon will be finished off by Iceberg, who pops that BKB. Song being used. They want to chase down Iceberg and they don't want anybody else getting involved. Now they get the grip off, but Tiny! He jumps in just on the edge of the Song and is able to cancel it. Now they'll throw down the net onto the Tiny. Black Archangel needs to get himself away. Nograda is chasing. It's a messy fight. Iceberg trying to jump on Kodos. The blink as well. The X marks means nothing. Kodos being chased down. Anti-armor from the Desolator and the Meld Strike. Iceberg doing tons of damage. The dust is there from Nograda as well. What a great support. And that's going to find the kill. Meanwhile, Black Archangel does get demolished as well on the Bane. It's only Naga surviving. And she was just like, oh, well, you know, that fight's over. I'm going to go hit some creeps.
Empire was so desperate to find more kills. They committed so much. The Bane ran forward, charging through the group off split. But all of a sudden, when that glimpse comes out from the Bane, they just can't chase the TA anymore. You know, they catch the disruption, which is nice, but he's alive by the time that fight's about to end anyway.
Yeah.
And they know without the split, without the team skip up, my side don't look too strong at the moment, so I can try and make something happen.
They're being quite passive in terms of actually pushing towers and such. There's a line drawn down middle lane by Silent, but I mean they're split. Their lanes are being split, and Yamich is forced to deal with this. Wouldn't be surprised to see Dream go for something here. I mean, he's now got himself a Reaver as well. No buyback though.
It's going to be a relatively early roast call, by the way.
And yeah, Tiny's got no mana, so yeah, goodbye Yamich. Return kill though. They get Black Archangel at top.
Look how much
something.
gold the Naga got though for her kill.
Oh my god, 539.
You're almost going to have that heart online now.
Yeah, and now, oh, Sayu just gets blown up by Iceberg. They start the fight down in the bottom lane. Jeez, Sayu almost just dying too quickly. Iceberg, though, his BKB is not going to last that much longer. Does run out, but he gets to his team in time. They're going to throw the Disruptor up into the air, but I don't think this is going to be a fight for Team Empire. They're still missing 2 heroes from before.
Another split wasted though. They get nothing from this.
And they're looking for the counter initiation. In fact, they actually get the Bow Strike out onto the Conquer. Winstrike looking for Kodos here. Kodos trying to make it up to the high ground. Drops the boat as well. Does land onto the Sand King. Meanwhile, the Glimpse comes out though, dragging him back into the Static Storm as well. They're going to get on top of him here, just ripping him apart. Mirana gets involved.
They get the +1 as well.
Yeah, Black Archangel blown up. Winstrike find the momentum they've been looking for all game, and now up onto the high ground.
That was so nice by Silent. The arrow missed the Kunkka, but it didn't matter because it gave vision for the Glimpse and he could bring him back.
Oh. So smart. So smart.
Silent's like, I don't care if I miss my arrow.
Yep.
Fine. Still give vision.
It's not an arrow, dude, it's a drone.
Beastmaster Hawk, is that what you're
Yeah.
expecting?
Why pick Beastmaster when you can have hawks in your arrows? I don't know.
Yeah, they forced him to buy back out, and Roshi's up now, so Strike's probably going to want to play around this. The Iceberg setting up the traps already. You know, who is coming down that ramp?
About to say something about TA being able to put traps in the pit being kind of crazy, but actually she doesn't have any in the pit right now, so ignore that.
Oh, they did. No, it's not any
Yeah.
tiny illusion to cap. Ward behind the, like next to the Radiant top jungle though is. They know who's here and who's not just because they've all been walking past. Know where they are and where they're hanging.
I mean, I feel like
It's so hard though.
it is, but they need to do something about this Roshan. I mean, they have fantastic setup. I mean, this is scary still for Winstrike. That's why they're not going for Roche, because if you get this song off into a boat, it's just the team fight's over. Like the Naga's too fat to not be controlled up in these fights right now. So
it's so hard to ever take Roche. See in bot lane at the moment, like they have to sort their lanes out. I don't think they can push. Yeah, they move away. It's really hard. Naga is pushing bot lane.
a lot of indecision from Winstrike, but it looks like they are going to go in for the Roshan, and Naga Siren is nowhere to be seen. So I'm guessing they will get it for free, but.
I can't believe they're not contesting Naga as well.
But yeah, this is surprising and possibly a mistake.
They have splitter. They've got everything. I know Kunka doesn't have buyback. It's a little bit risky, but it feels like giving that Aegis away there is so much of the momentum and map control here.
Oh, a bit of a fight breaking out of Bonham as Gonzalez just sitting here, but they've caught MYS Moon again, though they're hesitant to connect to this system. Meanwhile, the arrow nearly connects onto Sayo. Sayo's going to TP himself out. MYS Moon will be the sacrifice for this, and he will die. But Iceberg's alone here. Dream has found him. The net comes out. I mean, this is a BKB used on a Templar before the Aegis has popped. I mean, I think this is questionable, but the team's coming up, and he is going to live for this. So, yeah, was the right call. Was the right call.
I mean, it's fine that he used Iceberg, calm down a little bit here.
Yeah,
today.
We're feeling the repetition coming in. You know, not Iceberg is kind of the king of I don't know. I don't want to say king of the throws, but yeah, it's been a bit heavy on him. Bless him. He's a fantastic player, but you know he's always the boxer. He likes to be on the back foot.
Aggressive.
Yes. Yes. Very, very, very aggressive.
I'm making the plays.
Yes. Mine jumping into 5 heroes.
He's going Bloodthorn, by the way. He's not the Orchid. Naga has to be a little bit careful.
Yes. This is a very common pick up on TA these days, actually. But yeah, really nice. Just to have that silence, and then the break later on as well.
Really good against the True Mouse. You can get that Orchid up on flip, time bursting down. A lot of the team fight confidence.
Absolutely.
Still has Winstrike, by the way. He's a blink as well. Really wants to be looking to make it happen. It's so difficult, especially into this phase. Far behind.
Things coming out the bottom, then they're going for always want to fly. They want to take down the disruptor. There's no support really coming in, but the glimpse, he actually uses the split. Oh no, that is unlucky. He gets. It's I don't know. it's just bad things. He gets glimpsed, and in the same frame, it doesn't cancel the split. I guess. Oh my god.
Come on, bro. Oh, they caught the Kunka.
Yes. I'm so fucking confused. Oh, they're jumping on top of Kodos here. The bow strike and the ultimate comes out. Kodos finally X-marks himself back, but Silent is waiting, and they will follow and finish off the conquer.
He's like, oh, I'll X myself, don't worry for the glimpse. And then he got brought into a static. He's like, static, and he's like, oh, I can't X. Oh, this is really awkward. And now I'm dead for 70 seconds without buyback.
Thank you for the clarification, because I was thoroughly bamboozled by that whole fight. I mean, the Brew being glimpsed back, the X-mark going on, another glimpse coming out. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate for the Brew. I actually didn't know that could happen.
Yeah, no, I've never seen that before either, and that's pretty mad.
I always thought you either the Brew split would get cancelled, or you would, split where you were. I didn't know that it could happen. But yeah,
it's one of those super rare one-frame thing. Well, Winstrike coming up onto the high ground. Ooh, Moon nearly blinked into an arrow. That would have been awkward. Just forcing them out. Silent. He's almost out of mana from this. Good lord. Very difficult to sustain.
You really want to get
Oh, Blink out dodges the net as they jump forwards, but now the Fiend script comes out. This is going to be the Aegis burst, but they also bring down MYS Moon, so worth it. Meanwhile, Iceberg actually gets a refraction off and continues doing work on the Rex. They're going to have to use the Fortify for this one, but down goes the refraction and down goes the Templar Assassin once. Now they want to zone out everybody else and try and get the Templar, but she gets the Blink out way too late from Sayu there, and Winstrike should get the retreat here with the static field to cover their retreat.
I mean, M5 keep
Sorry,
the alive, though.
kinetic field.
They lose nothing.
They do
they
keep
lose
their
the
racks.
from the Brew, but
yeah, and I have to say, in terms of underperforming this game, this Brew feels very, very underwhelming. In fact, the Rubik has overtaken him on net worth.
that's like the buyback twice and final. Tiny jumps in.
Yeah, Yamich. I mean, he's got a team behind him. Maybe this is the plan from Winstrike. He wants to use this Yule. Will drop it. And now the split comes out from Moon. The Dust and Split going on to Yamich, fighting hard for this kill. The team, well, they are slowly making their way over, but they are being cautious about this one, quite understandably. There's the X marks. There's the boat. There's a torrent. Kind of finish him off. The arrow coming through. Just hits a creep. Down goes Yamich. And there will be no counter initiation. I say that, though. Sayu jumps in, but Silent just immediately popping that BKB. Now they use a song to isolate Silent. Don't want anybody else jumping into this one. He's trying to leap away from this. How many chances he got left? Well, that was his last one. Iceberg comes forward, though, wanting to fight up here. He's got a trap on the stairs, but they glimpse back the Brewmaster, and once again, yeah, my MYF Moon goes down. He's got no buyback. He just got picked off, and now he gets picked off again. This Brew is having a horrible, horrible game. Winstrike not making it easy for him.
So difficult for him, though. Like, he uses his split. They have so much to set up afterwards. They've got Fire Strike, Avalanche, the Disruptor, Static Storm for when he comes back alive out of the split again.
The Dream is about to have Ice Scaddy on top of this heart.
Yeah, I mean, they're really struggling to get hard at the moment. Like, they've bought back on Yamich here, but they can't push. It's impossible against this Naga.
Jesus. I'm not into body shaming, but this Naga Siren is fat.
Come on, man. 2018.
There's my acceptance. Well, Winstrike, they just take this high ground here. They're just saying, you know, this is our part of the map now. We're going to take your shrine. We're going to lock you out of it. We're going to farm your creeps. And there's nothing you can do about it. And now goes, yeah, but I'm just going to run to your side of the map and do the exact same thing.
Yeah, it feels like Winstrike, they really want this third Roche now. Like, before they can do anything. It's so difficult to push into this Naga anyway, especially now getting scarred. Like, almost 4,000 HP. These illusions are hell.
I just changed the buyback stakes and there were literally none available, but they are coming off now. People just all buying their items at the same time, but everybody's like a couple of hundred gold away, so they should all have them for the next fight, except NYS Moon, who's been pretty dead, and the Tiny as well. Had Yamich bought back also.
I just clicked on Always Want to Fly, by the way. He's building towards an Ags build. I was like, oh no, it's Always Want to Fly.
Yeah.
That's pretty insane as it is. Like,
Yeah, always want to fly the Glimmer Cape is like a carry having like 3 Divine Rapiers. In they go, though. They're going deep for this one as they try to go to Dream here, but Dream is turned around, tearing Iceberg apart. And now the Fiend's Grip comes out. He's got the BKB. The Epicenter doing work as well as Winstrike coming in to try and fight up hard here. Meanwhile, they're just trying to control up Dream. They are actually getting him down here. Maybe they'll kill him. Yep, Dream does go down and no buyback. Doesn't have the gold. Oh no, Winstrike, they're going, they get Rubik in the tree lines, no escape, down goes Sayu as well, 688 gold away from the buyback. That Scaddy was not worth it, was not worth the cost at all. Rubik buys back. Winstrike though, they are charging hard, they can smell the lack of buyback on the Naga Siren.
what just happened? The game was doing so well for Empire, they were stalling.
I'm not sure if so well's the right word, but definitely feeling pretty good about how things were starting to go for them. The turn looked like it was coming. Meanwhile, Non-Grata drops pretty low. The X marks it out, but they're very scared to commit. They just want to delay at this stage. The arrow connects onto Kodos. Kanka, he might be taken out here. The damage from Silent, though, isn't enough. No, the Heaven's Halberd comes out, but there's a burst strike. But from Non-Grata, they'll toss him up as well. Kodos does go down. He has the buyback. Only 17 seconds till Naga's back, but Black Arc Sailor gets taken down under tier 4. Iceberg going deep for this one. The buyback coming out from the Kanka. 10 seconds until your Naga's back. You just got to delay. Winstrike, they're going for these middle rags, and I think Empire will have to give them up. 4, 3, 2, 1. The Naga is back. What can they do? In goes MYF Moon immediately. He doesn't have the split, but the arrow connects. Black Archangel taken down. Kodo comes in though. The torrent is nice. He's going to follow up as well, but they're just controlling up the Naga in the backlands. She's going to look for the Tiny instead. Dream fighting up inside the base. Going to pop the song as well, just to get herself to safety. Maybe go for the quick reset here for the glimpse. Oh no, the range of the glimpse is too damn high. Now Dream has to go the complete wrong way. That's not where your fountain is. That is the way to certain death. And now Winstrike surround the Naga, bring her down. No buyback, and GG is called. Winstrike will take it in a 2-0 victory over Team Empire Hope. Oh no.
Begin to say how much those arrows did in this game inside. Like 70-80% of the time he was just catching a hero completely off guard.